Spoiler talk, spoiler talk.
We're gonna talk spoilers
About Suicide Squad. If you've not seen the movie, don't watch any further because we're going to spoil it, unless you don't care about that shit. So let's touch on a few things. Enchantress. Enchantress is the villain, and surprise! And the biggest problem with Enchantress is all of her dialogue is really over-the-top, hammy, basic Saturday morning cartoon, and I mean bad Saturday morning cartoon. I am the evil villain, and I'm going to do this, and you can join me or die. And it's delivered by an actress who can't really do anything fun with it.
Well, it's all dubbed, but I don't know if it's dubbed by Cara Delevingne or if it's dubbed by someone else.
No. I think she made those sounds. I just don't think she did it with her mouth. I think the way her bones were grinding, she was doing all this shit.
Well, it definitely
was creating syllables.
It was definitely all dubbed in afterwards.
Yeah, I think they put a microphone in her hips because she was doing all this shit, and it must have just ground out the lines.
Yeah, it was very strange.
Her physicality was interesting for the first minute, and then I was like, okay, now, you're going to do the whole thing. Oh, okay. Oh, here's a question for you. If the Enchantress ultimately just wanted to take over the world, then why didn't she do it prior to the events of this movie and prior to inhabiting June Moon? Because she was in that cavern with her brother. They were both in the talismans.
They were sealed away.
They were sealed away, but she opened it. So why in that moment did she not like grab her brother and set him free and then start world domination?
That's a good question.
What's the point? What? Huh? So why pick now?
Maybe she needs to build strength.
Maybe. What strength? Instead of doing cardio, she just does this.
No, but like
it takes longer. It takes longer to feel stronger.
And also,
the Enchantress workout. It takes longer to feel stronger.
Also, Walla found her not long after that and imprisoned her with
Walla Walla Bing Bang.
Walla Walla Bing Bang. She used the heart as leverage.
I kind of liked that visually. That was fun.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this for now. This was dumb as all shit.
Was it?
So the plot was Task Force X is assembled, and then they're forced into a mission pretty much within like a day of being put together.
Yeah.
Which is... Because that's the other thing as well. We see that happen. We see them getting assembled. Then we see Midway City being sort of like attacked and taken over. Also, what an obscure DC pull. Midway City's like one of those sort of throwaway, we just need another fictional city. Midway.
You can't do it in Gotham, can you?
No, but although Gotham gets a lot of name checks.
We do find out that Gotham is in New Jersey.
Yes.
This movie.
Oh god, which means that Metropolis is just next to New Jersey. Is Metropolis New York then?
It must be. Because... Yeah, so Gotham is New Jersey. Because you see that's where Deadshot was born on his file. He was born in Gotham City, New Jersey.
And I do kind of like the fact that three of the Suicide Squad were Gothamites.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah. And
so their mission basically was they're assembled. Like, we see the takeover happen, and then we get told 3 days ago this happened. And it's like, no, hang on. The way you edited this, it looked like it just happened. What's going on? You guys have been assembled for this job, right? Oh no, you've been assembled before this job. Then they weren't going to send you on anything. So freaking odd.
Well, she only just got authorization to put together the unit. So she's putting together the unit.
What a lovely coincidence that it would happen just in time for our story to begin.
Was it a coincidence?
Because if they weren't assembled, then who would have dealt with it? Where was Batman? I mean, I know it's not Gotham.
Where was Batman?
If Joker can get from Gotham to Midway over the course of a day, why can't Batman?
We know Batman.
Or Wonder Woman, who apparently beats away cosmic threats like they were freaking flies at a picnic.
Batman and Wonder Woman.
I mean,
this is both post BVS, so they're both around.
Yeah, you could say, well, it's like the Avengers, isn't it? It's like you don't expect them to show up in the solo movies. No, but that's because the solo movies tell contained enough stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when Malekith opens up like a rift with the ether in Greenwich in Thor: The Dark World, it happens at that moment and is dealt with within like 15 minutes.
There's no build up to it.
Yeah, it's not like they can go quickly recruit the Avengers. It's like it happens, then it's gone. And the consequences are all based on the drama of what our characters are going through at that moment in facing it. Not
where's the Flash? Because we know he's active.
We know the Flash is active. That was nice. I wish we could have heard what he said.
Yeah, I had no idea what he said.
The sound mix was dreadful.
Sound mix was awful.
But it was cool. It was cool to see the Flash apprehending one of his rogues.
I think I missed like 30 to 40% of the dialogue in that first 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It was just gone in the sound mix. Just couldn't hear it.
One thing I think I genuinely did quite well for the most part was he shot Batman. He mentioned this in an interview. He shot Batman how the villains would see Batman, which is just as this big hulking thing that comes down and defeats them. So the conversation with Deadshot was really nice. But the conversation with Harley, I don't know if this bothered me or not. So he goes after the Joker and Harley, who seemingly are just on a drive.
Yeah.
He slams on the car, like he jumps out of the Batmobile and slams on the car. He Arkham Knights it.
I think he's tailing them at that point anyway.
Yeah, but the way it's cut, the scene before they were just in a club sort of negotiating with someone.
Was that the same?
She's in the same outfit and he's in the same outfit.
Okay,
yeah, it's really odd.
I get no sense of that at all.
It's just so stupidly cut. Then the car crashes in the water. Batman puts on like a respirator thing and dives in.
Which is a great shot.
Which is a great shot.
Like him diving off the car with the mask just woomph.
Again, it's that whole thing of like, Batman kills people in the Snyderverse, yet he's saving the psychopaths.
Yeah, it's really, inconsistent characterization.
But if you forget, the problem is, if you forget Batman v Superman exists, then you could start here with your Batman. But you have to know Batman v Superman exists for the plot to exist in the first place, because Superman's death is what pushes Amanda Waller to be like, we need to be ready, because he was on our side, but the next person might not be.
Well, Amanda Waller's been trying to get this together for ages.
But Superman's sort of been the turning point for it.
Yeah.
The death of Superman was the thing that...
In fact,
she's possibly been trying to get that current iteration going since Zod and Superman.
Yeah, they mentioned
a couple of years ago.
that she's been trying... that this isn't the first time she's pitched it.
Right. But the death of Superman is the winning thing, because she's like, look, he was nice, apparently.
Didn't smile, ever.
We might not have a nice person next time, so
she
we
shared our values.
People. Yeah,
that's what she said. We shared our values of grimness and not being ever smiley.
Christ. So Batman dives. Joker's not in the car. The second time in this movie that he seemingly escapes death, no explanation.
The first time.
First time, but one of two.
It happened twice,
one
but
of two.
it's the first time.
Harley's in the car. That was very Batman, I've got to admit. He goes down. She seems to be unconscious in the water. He grabs her and she goes, ah, lashes out, so he just punches her in the face and knocks her out cold. I kind of like that, because Batman does not discriminate between men and women. If you're a psycho and a murderer, he's going to punch you.
And it's just so quick as well, like, she looked...
It was kind of funny. I think everyone sort of went, because it's kind of funny. Yeah. And then he takes her out. That's great. And he takes her away. That should have been the end of it. But then there's a shot where he puts her on the hood of the Batmobile, checks her pulse, then gives her mouth to mouth.
And then she
starts kissing him, so he grabs her by the throat and holds her down. And I was like, you didn't need that moment.
It's weird.
That was odd.
It was weird.
You should have just had him carrying her toward the car. We figure she's alive. Because we can see her now in Belle Rev. We know she made it out alive.
If she was alive and fooling him, then why did he start to give her CPR after he tried to check her pulse?
Exactly. Exactly. Because David Ayer thinks Harley's all about sex. The Joker offers Harley up as...
Yeah, like a sexual gift.
As a sexual gift to a mobster who he might be making a deal with. Go on IMDb. If you can't remember the dialogue, go on IMDb. Someone's typed up the Joker scenes, basically. And, you know...
So which you do need to understand him, because he makes no sense.
He doesn't talk like a character.
He doesn't talk like a human being.
He doesn't talk like he has a point. And I don't mean that in like a, well, he's crazy, he's just talking... No, like, the Joker is not crazy. The
Joker's mad.
He's mad, but he's calculated, he's intelligent, he is he's a chess master, like he's a puppet master, he orchestrates situations without you even realising he's done it.
He babbles, but he's
got a point.
He's got a point.
He's the charm of the Joker as a villain is that he knows what he's doing exactly, but occasionally he will just go, fuck it, and do something on the fly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of a Batman scenario, which is the one I'm thinking of. God, I can't remember if it's a book or in one of the cartoons or something, where basically he's like, no, I'm going to save you for later, and then he's like, actually no, now's perfect, and he takes the gun. Is it in Under the Red Hood? Is it in the animated adaptation? Like he's got a thing in the apartment, and he's like, no, actually, I'm going to kill you now. Why not? You're here.
Yeah.
And he takes the gun out, and he's just going to shoot Batman, because to him that would be funny. No, it's Mad Love. He lets him out of the piranha tank, and then goes, oh wait, no, this is perfect, and pulls a gun on him. Because he's like, this is the ideal opportunity. This would be funny. Like, you're not going to expect me to do it now. I've set you free. You're in shock. And then I kill you. That's funny. Like, that's, you know... This Joker wasn't coherent. He was... The word of the day is...
inconsistent.
And there you go. Brought to you by the letter... Joker is just... Joker does not need to be in here. This was a solution I offered before, and I think you said this was like not a bad idea. Like, cast the Joker, show him in your Harley flashbacks, either at the beginning or in a flashback during the film. but then use him in the Batman solo movie. Either as the main antagonist, or one of the antagonists, if it's going to be this Escaping Arkham storyline. Or make that a cameo as well, and then save him for the Suicide Squad sequel. Because there's your drawing point. Why go and see a Suicide Squad sequel? It's just going to be the same story. You're the bad guys,
no, we're
but
not.
you're going to do a good thing, because you're all misunderstood. You've got hearts of gold. That was the bullet point
for you.
the bullet point from the other video. Like, that's basically, it's going to be the same story. So if you throw the Joker into the sequel, and that be the one where he's the antagonist, at least then you're like, oh my god, it's villains versus villains, and one of them's got a personal connection, and Jared Leto gets to chew the scenery, but, you know, in this ideal version of the scenario I'm talking about, he was never cast in the first place, because good God, what's he done?
It's just bad. It's a bad performance.
Oh, but he sent bullets to Will Smith. Oh, but he sent dead rats to Margot Robbie.
Why you said
he didn't show up to that read through? But he had a minion drop a dead pig on the table.
Send a dead pig to the... He has no interaction in the film with anyone except Harley Quinn.
And even then, their chemistry is, I'm sorry to say it, I don't care what you Tumblr obsessives think.
It's non-existent.
There's no chemistry between them.
No chemistry at all.
The only chemistry in the movie was... The only chemistry that ever really appeared between anyone, because Amanda Waller didn't have chemistry with anyone, because that's the point. She's cold and distanced. Joel Kinnaman and Cara Delevingne have a couple little moments, but it's not like, oh wow, the passion.
It's,
you just go,
it's standard film
it's
romance
serviceable.
stuff.
The only chemistry in the movie, the only chemistry that ever happens is in the little interactions between the different
Little
members,
moments here
where they
and
just
there.
where they talk to each other and you get to know them. Apart from Katana, who gets given shit all to say to
She
anybody.
literally, they get on the plane to go to the mission. You've already had Slipknot dragged out of a car out of nowhere.
Yeah.
To join the team. It's like, oh, there's this guy, he's got ropes, he's called Slipknot, I guess.
He's
on his
the
team
world's
now as
greatest
well.
climber. And you're like, wow. I mean, we all know that in the comics, Slipknot kind of works in the comic book universe because it's comic books and we all accept
exactly.
stuff. In a movie, you're not going to say Slipknot, he's good with ropes. So you've got to come up with something better. You've got to be like, he's like a major tactician, and he's a brilliant sort of assault combatant, and he's got away with using cords and rope and bindings and grapples. Like, you could do a thing of like saying like, oh, you just need to throw away lines like, who the hell's that guy? And it's like Slipknot. It's like, what's he in here for? Like, is he freaking tied, scout ties? And you could be like, dude, like, we brought him in because we found a room of 50 people hung. Like, you could do something like that, and you go, oh shit, this is a bad guy.
He's a hanger.
They don't do that.
Nope.
It's just, here's Slipknot.
And then,
Oh, bye.
and then, as they get on the plane, and then Katana appears out of
Steps
nowhere.
on the plane. We get a
and
very brief flashback to show her fighting someone.
Rick Flagg's like, this is Katana, she's with me. A sword will suck your soul out. And then you get a brief flashback of fighting, it's like, and everyone's like, I guess Katana's here now, and they have Rick. I like the fact that there's clearly a history of some of these characters, and they have relationships and events that have happened before. Rick Flag and Katana have a history.
Like, seeing Boomerang being apprehended by Flash implies that this probably isn't the first time this has happened.
No.
Things like that. And yeah, I mean, that's good, because again, you said it in a DC universe where the only new element is Superman, so you know, everything else has been happening, which is another reason why I hate Leto's Joker, because you were saying, like, he's in his 40s. He's looking great for in his 40s, but at the same time, the Joker should look like he's been tangoing with Batman for the 20 years Batman's apparently been operating. He should be a grizzled, I'm not saying like, oh, the Batman's but he should look like seasoned. He should be like, oh, me? Yeah, I'm that one problem he can never get rid of.
Which is weird, because this is a universe where Batman kills people quite readily.
Yeah,
And there's also a universe where the Joker and Harley Quinn, we learn, they both murdered Robin.
Yeah, in the
We find out
info
that
scroll.
in the info scroll we find out that Harley Quinn was an accomplice to the murder of Robin.
That was all too fast for me.
I
For
caught
every
some of
character.
it. I
For
caught
every
some of
character
it.
was like, meh. Moved on.
We know that.
We know that Captain Boomerang has a pink unicorn fetish.
Yeah. There's a weird moment because
That worked actually. I was like, that's
they
fun.
keep setting it up that it's inside
as
his
much
jacket
as much as we like him, he's still a perverted scumbag.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's nice.
He keeps setting it up that it's in his jacket pocket inside, in here. And there's a moment later on where he gets stabbed there, but something stops it.
And it was a wad of cash.
And it's a wad of cash. Why is it the unicorn? Like,
it should be the
they
unicorn.
keep showing him putting the unicorn back in there,
Yeah.
and then he gets stabbed there and he pulls out cash.
There was a lot of setups with no payoffs in this film.
Yeah,
There was
it's
quite a
really
few.
weird.
There was quite
It's
a few.
really strange.
I mean, Katana, the whole soul-sucking thing, you think, oh, brilliant, that's going to come into play. She's going to be the one to, like, impale Enchantress maybe.
Yeah.
And like take out the soul, and the tragedy is that maybe she takes out both the souls and June is dead.
Yeah.
And both of them are contained in the sword. That'd be brilliant. What a brilliant way to end it. That'd be really cool and interesting.
Well, there is that one where she's talking to the sword.
No, Harley Quinn gets to be the one who saves the day with the final kind of like assault physically on the villain that starts the undoing, which is weird because Harley Quinn isn't that kind of person.
Yeah, she's sort of hoodwinked.
They all in that moment basically go, look, if we don't do this, the world is fucked, so we need to do this. But even so, when Harley's like, go on, I'll join you, you can't. Yeah. I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, because she was a sensible person, but she's beyond repair now.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the fact she would just join in. I almost wish she'd left when the Joker picked her up. That would have been ballsy.
Yeah.
That would have been really ballsy to just take Harley Quinn out of it.
But then she's back with the crew straight away. So there's no point. So yeah, we haven't mentioned that. So the whole thing with the Joker in the movie is you get the flashbacks of him as Harley's origin.
A really shite Cliff Notes version of Mad Love. Which is summed up in one scene. You ready? Ready? I brought you a gift. What is it? It's a little cat. Ha ha. You're always thinking of you're always thinking of me. Can you get me something? What is it? A machine gun. That was Mad Love. That conversation was Mad Love. That was the entirety of Mad Love.
And then
summed up by David
They
Ayer.
even invoke the classic Alex Ross image of Harley in the jumpsuit and Joker in the tux dancing.
Yeah.
And then they fuck it up. If you can invoke Mad Love like that, you better fucking be on point. Otherwise, you're just going, look at this better thing. We're not gonna do that. We're not going to do that!
Also, cosplayers of the world, round of applause to you for making Harley Quinn outfits, proper Harley Quinn Jesters outfits, that look better than its actual live-action debut.
It looks like balls in this.
It looks like balls.
So you get that stuff at the beginning, that's the Joker and Harley stuff. Then, like, in the main movie, there's this constant plot of Joker is depressed and sad that Harley's gone and he wants to get her back. So there's this subplot.
Like he's drawing a smile on his face because he misses her, but he doesn't smile anyway, so...
Whatever. And so he tries to break her out of Bel Rare, and then she gets taken by the squad, and then the whole time they're on the mission, she keeps getting messages from him being like, I'm coming for you, I'm coming for you, I'm coming for you. Then he turns up, she goes off with him, and the helicopter crashes. And then she turns up and meets the rest of the squad.
Yeah.
Just... No! And then everything's back to normal, like it was. It's like, what the fuck was the point in that?
There wasn't a point in it.
There wasn't
a point in it. The Joker shouldn't have been in this movie.
No, it's completely pointless Joker.
Well, the Joker wasn't in this movie.
Well,
Jared Leto as Lil Wayne Man was in this movie.
Yeah.
Christ alive. Let's talk. You did Lil Wayne?
I am a dude.
Let's have a quick talk about that mid-credit scene. Basically, Bruce Wayne approaches Amanda Waller and is like, I want all your info on your metahumans. I'm going to invest... I think he basically says I'm going to invest in Task Force X. Like, he's going to invest in her program to make sure it goes smooth. And she's like, why would you be interested in this? And he's like, I want to know that good work's being done or whatever. And then, like, she says, you look tired, maybe you should stop working nights.
But then at the end he says...
Basically, he does it in exchange for information. He funds her in exchange for info on metahumans, because he goes in the folder and you see Enchantress, but then he flicks the page and you see Barry Allen, and then you see Arthur Curry, and it's like... So basically, he's getting more info on those people.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Couldn't she transfer it to him, and he could open it up in snazzy little files in an email? That'd be great.
Just watch video clips of the trailers.
Oh,
but then at the end of the scene he says, shut it down, or me and my friends will shut it down for you. So if he's not talking about the Suicide Squad, what's he talking about?
Because he's not the Justice League yet. No. That's why he's getting the file. To maybe form a team of metahumans.
Although he does have Wonder Woman on his side. But then...
she's not friends.
Well...
There's going to be Alfred with the Batplane just outside the window, killing everyone with a machine gun.
Alfred on the 50 cal. But then, but if he's not threatening her to stop Task Force X, or he'll shut it down... Then why is he
funding her?
Then what's he threatening?
God.
And if he's funded... Maybe we misheard the dialogue, but...
I think the movie misheard itself. Can we touch on David Ayer?
No, because he's slimy and greasy and I don't like him.
There is a big... And I think we have to start making this change. Guys, if you're ever complaining, like, about the methods of these movies, the stories, the way they're handling the characters. You need to make it clear. Don't say DC are fucking this up. We need to change this. We need to point the blame in the right direction.
The directors are fucking this
Warner's. Yeah.
Yeah.
The production. It's the production. It's the DC properties that are being fucked with.
Jeff Johns
But
has more
Warner's-
creative control now, but we're not going to see that come into effect
Until after Wonder Woman.
Until Justice League.
Yeah. So
That's the first of the movies.
we have to
where
wait for
he's
the
been
fifth
involved in
episode.
production.
It's like freaking modern TV shows. Oh, wait till season 5 and it gets really good.
Yeah, wait till the fifth movie in this franchise for the possibility of them turning it around.
Do you know what's odd about this? This was the movie to sort of like, this was sort of seen as the final nail in the coffin, even though 2 movies are already in production. This was seen as like the final one that would win or lose people forever.
Yeah.
And because it wasn't abysmal,
Because
it's keeping it limping on.
Yeah, it's
I
not
almost
It's
wish it was
bad,
dreadful, like completely dreadful, just so we could go right. And I'm not going to bother, because the thing is, I'm now like, well, I'm still kind of interested in seeing Wonder Woman.
It's not bad enough,
You know,
to get worked up about in the way that Batman v Superman was.
no, it didn't. Batman v Superman took the concepts of
It
several
was
well-loved
so
characters
bad.
who mean a lot to people, and you can tell excellent stories with them, and chose not to tell those stories, and chose not to use the traits of those characters that make them appealing and make them what they are, cultural icons. This loosely adapted a bunch of characters fairly well,
Yeah,
apart from the Joker, and made an okay movie.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't.
But
I
the
can't in
thing
all good
is-
conscience recommend it.
But the thing is, you're being paid off by Marvel! Shut up. The thing is, if I was, I'd be friggin' rolling in that money.
We're filming this on a better camera.
Good God, yeah. In Marvel HQ in New York.
Welcome
The
to the Weekly Watcher.
The reason Marvel... oh, God. The reason Marvel doesn't get as much flack, except for, like, Iron Man 2, Thor the Dark World, where it gets a bit of, like, really? Is because their movies are consistently entertaining. They are true to the source material. They know what works. They change what needs to be changed to tell the story they're telling.
Yeah, you have to change
Well, yeah.
things when you adapt into different mediums. You just have to.
But not at the cost of the characters.
Yeah, you have to change everything.
And the settings and everything. The reason why Thor Dark World, Iron Man 2 kind of stand out to people is because they're sort of the less impressive efforts. But
They're still better
They're
than
still
this.
better than Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So people are always going to go, yeah, Marvel are doing it better. It's not because they're Marvel biased. It's because Marvel
They just
are doing it better.
Marvel should just make better movies.
Disney make better films than Warner when it comes to their comic book licenses.
And it's not inherent to the Marvel properties either. It's not like I don't love the Marvel stuff just because I like the Marvel characters better.
Yeah, I love the Fantastic Four.
That
I don't-
Fantastic
I
Four
don't-
movie is.
I don't want to watch
No.
Fan Four Stick.
I love it. I started reading comics with X-Men stuff, like in the 90s.
He's a nice kid.
So not even good X-Men. Like, just,
But Rockstar X-Men.
But
That
yeah,
was when they were
Rockstar
at their
X-Men.
height.
but you know, Days of Future Past is
Fine.
It's all right.
It's an interesting 2-issue
Like
thing.
out of all those X-Men movies, I haven't seen the Wolverine because I can't muster up the interest to see it. And I love Wolverine as a character. I haven't seen Apocalypse again because I just saw the Days of Future Past was like, and then I saw the trailers for Apocalypse and was just like,
Meh.
if we'd have done a review of it, I'd have saw it.
Out of those 3, though, I would say that Days of Future Past has more interesting things happening. The Wolverine is actually pretty decent for the first 2/3. In the last third, it goes into mid-2000s superhero movie territory with big CGI bad guy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So watch it late at night, where you're likely to start dozing in the 3rd act.
And then I can just dream of the Frank Miller, Chris Claremont adaptation that I've always wanted.
Yeah.
No big CGI monsters, just an honor duel. It's...
Did you get the sense, based on Enchantress and her brother, their power set and everything, did you get the sense that David Ayer played Prototype at some point? And just went, oh, do that.
There was a little bit of body horror in the transformation and stuff, wasn't there?
Only a couple of body horror bits that were actually kind of really cool. Like the bit that's in that clip that is all over the place, where a hand's on the table, and you see another hand do that, and then it flips. That's a beautiful
It's a
little
really
visual,
great shot.
really spooky. And I think the look of the dirty, creepy Enchantress is pretty cool, because it's unnerving. It's like, you're odd. But then it's played for laughs when she's like doing that to that senator guy, and he goes, please don't touch me.
Yeah.
Which is a funny moment, but it makes her less frightening. And then she turns into the main villain. You're like, oh, her.
Yeah, when she's like fully powered enchantress, she's way less interesting.
I am the villain now. I have been dubbed in post.
And she's just got like. All
And she's still
CGI
doing
stuff
that.
coming off
She's
her.
still doing that even when she's all like, look at me now, I'm fully formed. She's still doing this weird twitchy stuff. Ugh.
Bit naff, bit rubbish.
So, yeah, I just...
There's not a compelling villain.
No.
The plot's functional.
There's not a compelling subplot villain.
There's not a compelling subplot villain. The plot's functional, but not particularly interesting.
There are no standout scenes or sequences that will stay with you for weeks after seeing it.
There's a wonderful moment about three quarters of the way through the movie where Deadshot asks, when is this going to end? And we both echoed exactly the same sentiment.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'll just say the best bit of the movie is literally when Rick Flag comes into the bar after they've all kind of given up, and he smashes the device that has the triggers to their explosives, and he goes, "You're free to go," and Boomerang just goes, and just runs out the bar.
No hesitation, no second, just fucks straight off.
That was funny as hell, but then they ruined it because
then
then they slow-mo walk towards where the villain is, and he just sort of walks out of nowhere and joins them without sort of saying anything.
No lines, just like he's just there again.
The best way to do that would have been, I was saying last night, the best way to do that is their slow-mo walk, and you just see like Flag or Croc. Croc would make more sense because then he wouldn't ask any questions.
Yeah.
Just have Croc look to the side as they're walking past the car or whatever. Just reach out and just pull him up, and he's got like beer in his hand. Just pull him up and make him walk, and just have him be like, "What?" Because then you don't have to have any dialogue. If Croc does it, he's not going to question it.
No.
that would have brilliant. That would have been brilliant.
But no, he just joins them because I guess that's what he has to do.
Because we're the bad guys. Except we're the good guys.
Let me guess, we're going at the giant ring of trash in the sky.
The next movie that features that blue beam going into the air, the next movie that features that, I don't care what it is, I don't care if it's a great film, I'm giving it 1 star.
It's going to be an Infinity War, you know. They're going to do that.
Well, no, because that'll go up to space, so they'll change it up. I'll allow that. I'll allow that one.
No, you said it now.
No, okay,
Can't go back on
alright,
that.
let's specify. If it's a big blue beam, no matter what movie, I'm giving the movie 1 star. Big blue beam, we've got to head to it, and that's what the final fight is. Because Turtles apparently have now done it twice. Amazing Spider-Man did it, except it was a green gas cloud. Avengers does it. Christ, Suicide Squad does it. It wasn't a beam, but Man of Steel does it with the terraformers, the world engines. Like, ugh, I'm done with it. I'm freaking done with it.
Let's have something different, please.
So, what are your spoilery thoughts on Suicide Squad? If there's anything you'd like to throw our way, we'll do our best to comment on it. And
yeah,
also...
We'll probably touch on this again on Big Damn Cast.
Ooh, dirty. And also, Big Damn Cast, we're now on iTunes. Go subscribe to us on iTunes.
Yeah, leave us a review.
Yeah, you handsome swines. We've already got one, which is quite sweet. We've only just appeared, we've got one.
I'm going to go and read it.
Thank you, whoever does us. And also, the next episode of Big Damn Cast is going to, I think our main focus is going to be what are DC doing wrong, and like what's the crack? Like
Yeah.
why is this? What is this? How? Tits. So, yeah, we'll see you for that. Do you want to watch Elektra?
I hate you so much.
That's not a no.
Thanks for watching, please come again. If you subscribe, I'll be your friend. But not really, 'cause that'd be weird.